I always like when they drop 2 pucks because then everybody wins.
On and off in the offensive zone, keep the pressure on, keep the forecheck on. That's what you saw right there, and it took Laura Fortino rushing the puck up the ice to get it away.
Bach up to Stacy. Rockets in front on Mashmeyer, who makes the save, but with the rebound. 1-0 is the score for Markham.
That line from Markham is just as dangerous as any line in the CWHL. You know, you have Laura Stacy rushing the puck up the ice, taking the shot. Mashmeyer and gets the save. Ambrose is tied up, and it leaves Victoria Bach wide open. She's having a tremendous rookie season. She is most likely going to be the Rookie of the Year in CWHL. She's
Erin Ambrose takes her time, finds her woman. And Sophie Bette for Poulain. Poulain in front, gets it past Erica Howe. Marie-Philippe Poulain. Her 24th goal of the season. It's 1-1.
That's what Montreal needs. You need traffic in front. That's what Anne-Sophie Bette does. Or was it Melly Daou? I think it was Melly Daou, actually. And I'm not sure if she got a touch on it. She was the first one in the line, I think, the handshake line, but you see Poulain getting the shot. It was tipped by Daou, and that's what I said. You want to get traffic in front. If Erica Howe sees it, she's going to stop it more often than not. That's exactly what Montreal needed, and this crowd is right back into it. If they weren't.
Rougeau with the puck now, playing it for Erin Ambrose. Ambrose dumping it into Markham zone, and Sophie Bette will scoop it up in the near corner, plays it along the boards for Poulain. Poulain back to Anne-Sophie Bette. In front for Jill Saunier. Top corner. She beats Erica Howe. Montreal pulls ahead 2-1.
That horn. A great play there by the Canadiennes. We mentioned off the top the chemistry this line's developed. A pass behind the net, finding Saunier in front of the net. That's what this play does well. It's a triangle kind of offense. You see Poulain getting the puck, passing it to Bette. He passes it to Jill Saunier. And
with 15 seconds left to play. Erin Ambrose denies entry into her own end. Hillary Knight losing the puck. Laura Stacy tangled up with Anne-Sophie Bette with good stick work, limiting Laura Stacy's chances. It looked like Laura Stacy wanted to smash her stick over Anne-Sophie Bette's head. Thankfully, she did not. 2-1 is the final here for Les Canadiennes de Montréal. And that would be Emryn Mashmeyer's 15th win of the season for the Alberta native.
Bach ahead for Rattray, showing off her speed, driving on the offhand. Turns around, stops up for Woods. A great pass on the rebound. They score! Victoria Bach. Markham takes the lead.
Talk about a start for Markham. You kill off the power play. Taylor Woods will be happy to get an assist on this one, as she had a great opportunity. Fantastic pass across from Jamie Lee Rattray. Taylor Woods just misses, but Annie talked about the hometown bounce off the end boards. Victoria Bach.
Markham still unable to set up their power play. Montreal playing with a frenetic pace now. Bach with the wrist shot, and she scores! Pop the bottle, why don't you, Victoria? What a shot from Bach. She continues to amaze in her rookie season. 14 on the year. 2-0 Thunder.
Is it fair to say Victoria Bach may have the best shot in all of the CWHL? We've seen it on display. And what a quick wrister here as Rattray just keeps it in. Puck almost goes through the stick of Bach, but that one is right under the bar. And I don't care who is in net. No one is stopping that shot from Victoria Bach. One of the most
great attack from Montreal here. 3 bona fide scoring chances. But Markham holding their ground. Ambrose with a shooting lane. Wrist shot wide, off the post, and in. Not sure if it hit a body in front, but it won't matter. Montreal back in the game. I think that one's going to go to Erin Ambrose. And she's leading the flyby, so I would have to think she did, as She gets a nice ovation from her hometown friends and family in the crowd.
Yeah, great shot there from Erin Ambrose. Sneaking that one by Ella Matucci. We got caught trying to block that shot. And Erica Howe may have got a piece of that one. It just squeaks by. But a long shift and a tough shift for the Alt.
Ambrose, Poulain, shot kicked in front, loose. And no one able to find a stick on it. Hillary Knight was the closest Canadienne player there. 5 seconds to go. Poulain shot blocked in front by Stacy. Another shot, another block by the Thunder. What a stand, a third block. And Markham hangs on. Black and blue, they gave it literally everything they had as their teammates swarmed the ice to appreciate the effort.
But that's what it takes when you're clinging to that lead. All hands on deck. What an effort. What an effort defensively from the Markham Thunder.
And Hillary Knight had a message this week for fans inviting them to keep the momentum up and come out and support women's hockey this week. This is about as good as it gets when it comes to a matchup.
Yeah.
Trying to send it back to Poulain, who barely manages to keep it in. Poulain, cross-ice pass for Knight, blocked. Poulain back in front. Through traffic is Jill Sonia, and Hillary Knight shoots and scores! Hillary Knight with the power play goal makes it 1-0 Montreal.
You know, that play all started, it looked like a dangerous play by Erin Ambrose at the blue line to try and get the puck to Poulain. But what Ambrose did is she drew Brianne Jenner out of the play. After that, they had to follow the puck. It turned into a 4-on-2 for Montreal down low when Poulain got the puck. And you saw that advantage down low when Knight got to the net before. And you have to wonder, starting the second power play unit first, when Calgary had Gosling and Bellamy out there, they had the first power play unit against Grzaniak and Murray, and you know Montreal would rather that matchup.
Banging along with Leslie. Jill Saunier with it now, back into Calgary zone on the near side. Saunier in front for Anne-Sophie Bataille! She shoots and scores, beating Alex Rugsby. Glove side, it is 2-0 Montreal.
Yeah, Alex Rugsby looked like she wanted that one back in that one. And if you look at it here, Saunier gets the pass to Bataille, who streaks in, but you go far side there. I don't think Rugsby is very happy. You see a reaction right away, but credit to Bataille for getting the puck off in traffic that quickly and finding where the hole was on Rugsby. And
Poulain, Rougeau, and Ambrose out on the ice on the PK for Montreal. As Brianne Jenner fires the puck in front on Lacasse, and that one manages to slip past her. And Calgary has cut Montreal's lead in half. It's 2-1.
We said it earlier how Calgary's been throwing pucks on net. They did it there, and the puck got loose, and it looked like Rebecca Leslie was the one who got the last touch on it to put it past Lacasse. And we mentioned the power plays in this one already. Both sides have one power play goal, and it's going to be interesting to watch going forward. But yeah, we mentioned how Calgary's just throwing pucks on net. That's what happens when you throw pucks on net.
Net can't get the shot off, though. Calgary, Brianna Decker skating it out of her own zone back into Montreal territory. In front, short-handed. Brianna Decker manages to get it past Genevieve Lacasse and tie this game up. It is 2-2.
The thing about shorthand when you're on the power play is that the other team is going to put their best forwards on the penalty kill, and if you make one mistake, that's what could happen. And Brianna Decker is not going to make mistakes. She could hurt you when you make one of your own.
Brianna Decker coming away, or Zoe Hickle rather, coming away with it. Back in the corner where it is played by Mel DeRoche. Puck fire just high over Genevieve Lacasse. Calgary pulling ahead 3-2 with 27.9 seconds left to play in the first period. Can't hold the line as Decker will ambush Lacasse there. Erin Ambrose making an impressive shot block, but it just not enough. Calgary makes this a 4-2 hockey game.
Brianna Decker right there, you see the speed that she has. She just pulled away from the defender and getting the puck back to Rebecca Johnston to get the goal for Calgary and a big goal for them because they opened a 2-goal lead here, 3:14 left to go.
And Sophie Bette sending the puck up ice for Jill Saunier. Jill Saunier in on Rigsby across ice. For Marie-Philippe, she shoots and scores! Marie-Philippe Poulin pulls within one. It is 4-3. Kim Deschênes holding it in. Clearing the puck now was Venla Hovey. Willoughby just beating Geneviève Lacasse, putting a dagger in the heart of Les Canadiennes with 6 minutes left to play, making it a 5-3 hockey game. Blair Turnbull.
We mentioned that third line a couple of times already. They've been playing really well this third period, and Turnbull, she's on this third line. She's an Olympian. She represents Canada at
carrying the puck out of her own zone. Up for Anne-Sophie Bette. Bette behind Rigsby. Losing the puck to Caitlin Gosling. Bette's not giving up. Battling. Sending it in front. Marie-Philippe Poulin shoots and scores! Marie-Philippe Poulin goes upstairs. Top cheese, her second of the night, and pulls Montreal back within one. It's 5-4.
You look at Poulin before she just stopped when she had the chance on a one-timer. This time she held the puck a little bit longer, waited for Rigsby to move, put it over top of Rigsby, and that's a huge goal for Montreal. And as they say, this game just got interestinger and interestinger.
15 seconds left to play here in the third period. And Sophie Bette losing the puck to Bellamy, who fires it along the boards. Erin Ambrose forced to retreat back in her own end. She does. Fires it up for Hillary Knight. Pass broken up by Blair Turnbull. And time will expire. Simply not enough seconds on the clock for Montreal to claw their way back into this game. As the fans salute the Calgary Inferno and the Canadiennes de Montréal as they shake hands at center ice here after a hard-fought, evenly matched game. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome inside the Bell Sports Complex in Brossard for Game 3 between the Markham Thunder and Les Canadiennes de Montréal. My name is Robin Flynn, joined alongside Jared Book as we bring you this afternoon's contest. Montreal took Game 1 on Friday night at Place Belle in Laval, 3-0. Yesterday, Markham bested Les Canadiennes 4-3. But Les Canadiennes, Jared, right down to the last second, were fighting in that one.
Yeah, you know, you kind of got deja vu because it's a Game 2 in Brossard. You have Jenna McParland scoring a hat trick. It was 4-1, which is the same way the score ended last year in Game 2. But then Montreal fought back, and they generated some momentum for this game, where even after the game, they didn't feel like they lost. They felt like they really showed what they had to show and sent a message for this game. The first 10 minutes of this game is going to be huge.
Now, I was talking to some of the fans who were showing up today, and a lot of them were frustrated that not only Jenna McParland had a hat trick yesterday, but a lot of fans feel Jenna McParland probably shouldn't have even been playing yesterday after the hit on Erin Ambrose that left her sidelined.
You know, she got a 2-minute penalty. She got a 10-minute misconduct. I'm assuming the league looked at it, especially after Erin Ambrose was ruled out of the rest of that game and the next two games as well. It's tough to say. The suspensions don't come very often in women's hockey in the WHL, but I'm sure they did look at it. At the time, it didn't look like anything that bad. I thought it was more checked from behind and checked to the head as well. So for me, it's hard to say. We only saw one look at it. We didn't see any replays. They obviously filmed the game. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen for this game as well.
Now, for those of you who aren't aware, this is a best-of-3 semifinal series. So the winner of this afternoon's game will punch their ticket to the Clarkson Cup final in Toronto on March 24th, just 2 weeks from today. Markham, of course, the defending Clarkson Cup champions, winning their first-ever championship last year. Les Canadiennes were bested by the Markham Thunder last year and weren't able to make it. I'm sure they would like to get back. And one way will try to do that today is by switching up their forward lines.
Yeah, we saw it a little bit in the third period yesterday where Melody Daou went between Hilary Knight and Jill Saunier. That's what's happening again today. Sarah Lafour is playing with Anne-Sophie Bataille and Kira Lamard, and that's who's going to start today against the big Markham line of Rattray, Bach, and Stacey. And listen, Montreal is getting great contribution from Saunier, from Hilary Knight. They need to get Anne-Sophie Bataille going, but Markham's top line has to be going as well. It was their second line that led yesterday with Jenna McParland. So both teams are looking for their best players to be their best players today. And one thing to note, last night Markham had last change. Today Montreal has last change. And without Laura Fortino in the lineup for Markham, we're expecting that's going to be really hard because they only have two pairings that aren't Laura Fortino, and that's a huge loss. Like Maggie Fida-Pumay is from Montreal, and Erin Ambrose as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches go in this one.
Now, Barbera stepped up on the back end for Markham yesterday. Her play was spectacular.
Yeah, and they have Megan Bozek, they have Jocelyn Larocque. It's not like Ella Matucci had a great game yesterday as well.
She did, scoring a goal as well.
There's good players on both sides. Listen, Montreal may have finished ahead in the regular season, but these are two really good teams with world-class players in a winner-take-all game. Standings are out the window at this point, and it wouldn't surprise me, and I'm sure it wouldn't surprise you, if either team won today.
Now, yesterday after the game, when we spoke to head coach Carolyn Ouellette, she really stressed the importance of special teams this afternoon in Game 3, something that Les Canadiennes struggled with yesterday.
Yeah, they went 0 for 4 on the power play. They went 3 for 7 on the penalty kill. You know, Markham scored 4 goals, all 4 goals in the power play. They dominated even straight. They had over 40 shots on Erica Howe. That's the kind of play that they want to play. And Carolyn Ouellette said it as well. We didn't have a chance to look at the scoring chance, but I'm sure if we look at them, we'll see that we dominated. And that's really what happened. Look at the shots on goal. Montreal was the better team at even strength. The problem was Markham was the better team on special teams, and that's where the games are usually decided.
Now, Anne-Sophie Bataille, who is among the leadership core on this team, now she's part of Team Canada. She'll be representing our nation at the Worlds in Finland. It's not that she's not played great in this series, but she hasn't stepped up the way we usually see her.
Yeah, she's had great scoring chances. She had the pass from Hilary Knight on the 5-on-3 yesterday. Her speed has created scoring chances as well, much like Jill Saunier, same kind of thing on both lines. And I think that they want to get Anne-Sophie Bataille scoring more, because the second line from Montreal, there's no really second line, but the line of Knight, Saunier, and Daou now has really gotten going. Corella Mard on that line with Sarah Lafour and Bataille is going to be a big factor for today's game, especially with last change. So if that's going to be the shutdown line against Markham's top line, then they don't necessarily need to score as long as the other line is not scoring on them. So it's going to be a cat and mouse game once again between these two teams and the two coaching staffs. I'm going to guarantee we're going to have too many players on the ice at least once today.
Yeah, well, that happened yesterday, so that's not exactly a bold prediction there, Jared. Make sure that you are following the CWHL on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's always the best way to connect with the players, the coaches, and other fans just like yourself. And you can follow us on social media as well, at Robin Lisa Flynn and at Jared Book on Twitter. We welcome any messages you want to send our way, and hopefully a little bit later on in the game we'll get you a few shout-outs. As usual, between the periods, first and second intermissions, we will be speaking with the players depending on what happens in the game. We'll see how that goes. And we will be speaking with the game's first star at the game's conclusion. This is a big one, folks. Game 3, winner takes all and heads to the Clarkson Cup final 2 weeks from now. Markham, the defending Clarkson Cup champions, Les Canadiennes, have not made it to the final since they won their own championship 2 years ago. Now, Emrans Mashmeyer won her first playoff game on Friday. She got the start and goal yesterday. She's getting the start and goal again today. You have to think that she is desperate to punch her ticket to the Clarkson Cup.
Yeah, you know, she played well yesterday. It wasn't her fault that the pucks went in. There were lots of tip shots, things like that. And this is going to be the third game for her in a row, third game for Erica Howe in a row, who was also great both days. So it's really going to, I don't know if it's going to come down to goaltending, but both teams are going to need that big save at certain times in this game. The talent on the ice is too good to not get scoring chances.
We get set now for the national anthem as we'll head down to ice level for O Canada. we are ready to go here at the Bell Sports Complex in Brossard on a very snowy Sunday afternoon here. Yesterday it looked like spring was on its way, Jared, and today, whole other story. 15 to 20 centimeters expected, but that hasn't done anything to affect the crowd. Standing room only here in Brossard for Game 3 between Les Canadiennes de Montréal and the Markham Thunder. Your starting goaltenders, no surprise this afternoon. Emran Smashmeyer between the pipes for Les Canadiennes, their go-to in this series and all season long. Erica Howe getting the call for the Markham Thunder. Now, yesterday, perhaps the most sarcastic person in the building, the head coach for the Markham Thunder, giving a round of applause every time the officials made a decision that he didn't like.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the game goes today. Obviously, both teams feel like the referees weren't exactly great on either side, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go. Erica Howe after the game, Markham Thunder in general just weren't happy with refereeing. Obviously, there was a disallowed goal, which could have completely changed the game. Looking at the replay, though, it did look like there was a little bit of interference, and the referee didn't call goal right away either. So it seemed like she had it in her head already. So it'll be interesting to go as we get going in Game 3.
And Markham winning the opening draw, Victoria Bach getting the puck deep into Montreal's territory, and Sophie Bataille on the far side trying to clear the zone, held in at the line by Jocelyn Larocque. Catherine Daou, Montreal defender, plays the puck along the boards for Bataille, who carries the puck out of the zone, hands it off to Corella Mard and up to Sarah Lafleur, offside. Montreal forced to scramble and get back onside. Jamie Lee Rattray dumping the puck into Montreal's territory as Markham will go for a line change. Allard tries to hand the puck off to Hillary Knight, intercepted by Jenna McParlin, who had a hat trick in yesterday's Game 2 contest. Montreal resetting. Allard hands the puck up ice to Catherine Daoud. Her dump attempt blocked by Kristen Richards. Markham with possession now as Megan Bozek dumps the puck into Montreal's zone, where it's scooped up by Allard for Les Canadiennes. Plays it along the boards for Taylor Willard and up to Hillary Knight. Knight for Daoud, back to Knight. Hillary Knight leading the rush, tries to center a pass for Melody Daoud, and Erica Howe will cover up. We're a minute and 14 seconds into the first period. Game 3 between Les Canadiennes and the Markham Thunder.
You know, we're really in uncharted territory because, you know, we spoke in the stream earlier this year when Montreal's playing Toronto about how one game was rare. 3 games in 3 days is also just as rare. This is the first time that Montreal's had to do it in this format. Markham as well has never played a Game 3 in this format. So it's going to be interesting to see how the legs are doing for these players who aren't necessarily used to that.
Kim Deschênes with the puck now on the far side, dumping it into Thunder's zone, where it's picked up by Ella Matucci behind her own goal. Matucci plays the puck along the boards as Markham trying to clear the zone. Sophie Bro holds it in at the line, plays it along the boards. Markham manages to get it out. Bro hands it off to Melody Roche now. Picked up by Brown. And iced into Les Canadiennes zone. Face-off coming back the other way.
One thing that we realized last game is that they really call the red line on those icing calls exactly. You can't just march in an inch or two away from the red line. You have to really be past it. And both sides, they're calling it on both sides that way as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes for the rest of this game. But, you know, you can tell early on the nerves are real. Yesterday, Markham had an elimination game, but at the same time, they had nothing to lose either. If they win, great. If they lose, their season's over. Now, there's pressure because you win, you go on, you win, you lose. It's really a different mindset because now both teams are desperate in this one.
Catherine Daoud throws the puck towards the net just beyond the reach of Sarah Lafleur. Lafleur to Rougeau at the line, dumping it into the corner. Puck bounces along the boards. Ella Matucci will fire it back the other way. Laura Stacey now behind her own goal. Collision between Corella Mard and Sophie Bataille coming away with the puck in the high slot. Throws it through traffic, blocked by Matucci. Catherine Daoud can't hold the line as Jamie Lee Rattray outskates her. Picks up the puck. Centers a pass for Laura Stacey. Well played by Corella Mard, who doesn't let her get a shot off. Oriane Rougeau now in the corner in a battle for the puck with Rattray. Sarah Lafleur comes away with it, gets it out of the zone as Montreal will go for a change. Bozek resets in her own end. Hands it off to Stacy. Crosses the Montreal blue line. Dumps it into the far corner, where it's picked up by Allard. She plays it along the boards. Melody Daou now gets her stick on it. Hands it off to Jill Saunier. Saunier for Knight at the line. Knight circles. High slot. Fires it in on Howe. Willard with the rebound. Open net. Can't tap it home. First great scoring chance for Montreal. And it's not over yet. Melody Daou drops it back for Hillary Knight. Knight fires it in on Howe. She kicks it away. Saunier in the corner. Turns it over to McParland. Hands the puck off now to Rapace. Dumped into Montreal zone. Markham going for a line change.
That line from Montreal really coming out strong. We knew it was going to be strong when they put Melody Daou on between Knight and Saunier, and they had a couple of scoring chances right away. Taylor Willard had a great chance putting it on net as well.
And we'll get a stoppage of play here in a battle for the puck in the near corner in Montreal's end. 16:23 left to play in a scoreless first period. Game 3. All the marbles right here.
This is game 3, capital G, capital T.
And it looks like Katia Clement-Hedra getting tossed from the circle. Kim Deschênes will step in, wins the draw. Montreal trying to get possession in their own end, clear the zone. Puck bouncing along the boards. And Bannon manages to get it out. Melde Roche loses her footing. And now she has to contend with Kelly Gribbins, who is just ahead of the play, much to the dismay of Nicole Brown, yelling, "Come on!" at that offside call.
Yeah, one thing the officials might do today is call offsides or anywhere close, because it's a lot easier to call offside and be wrong about it than to be wrong about not calling it and a goal happens. So I think the referees, it's interesting because the referees probably know what's at stake in this game as well. So it's going to be interesting how they call this game. So far, 4 minutes into the game, no penalties, which is rare considering how we ended yesterday's game.
No kidding. Karela Mard winning the draw. Puck dumped into Markham territory. Erica Howe comes out behind her own net to play the puck. And Sophie Bate, a little shoving match with Nicole Brown, held in at the line by Emma Martin. Lorianne Rougeau dumping the puck back into the corner, picked up by Gribbins. Her clearing attempt bounces off the foot of Lafleur. Rougeau behind her own net, plays the puck along the boards. Lafleur bounces it up, just out of the reach of Melody Daou. Laura Stacy now working to evade Melody Daou. Barbera turns the puck over to a falling Hillary Knight. Melody Daou to Hillary Knight. Her shot just wide of Erica Howe's goal. Daou now has Bach and Rattray watching her closely. Hands the puck off to Jill Saunier. Saunier in the far corner, in front for Melody Daou. Catherine Daou gets her stick on it, fires it, blocked in front by Laura Stacy. Catherine Daou from Melody Daou rips it, blocked by Stacy again. And Stacy will come away with it, skating it out of her own zone. Markham dumping the puck into Montreal territory. Catherine Daou in the far corner in her own end. Manages to get the puck out, and Montreal will go for a change. Jocelyn Larocque, captain of the Markham Thunder, for Jenna McParland. Into the far corner for Brooke Webster. Hands it off to Genevieve Bannon, who dumps it out. Katia Clement-Hedra in front! An open net. Kim Deschênes just can't get it in. Her shot just wide of Erica Howe. Bannon trying to set up Clement-Hedra in front. Markham manages to get the puck out. Taylor Willard with it now, retreating into her own end. Up ice for Kim Deschênes. Deschênes at Markham's blue line for Willard. Into the corner for Amard. Karela Mard, cross ice pass for Bate, blocked by Gribbins. Bate in the near corner, plays it along the boards for Lafleur. Sarah Lafleur back along the boards behind the goal for Bate. In front for Karela Mard. Can't get a clean shot off. Amard back to Bro in at the line. Bro holds it in again at the blue line. Emard down low. Canadiennes pressing. Her shot just high. Looks like Howe got a piece of it as Mel Desrochers was offside, and the Markham bench was screaming for the call that they got. Settle down.
Well, they didn't call it right away. You could see the puck. It was definitely offside, and he didn't call it right away. So I don't blame the Markham bench for being.
It's game 3.
Yeah, and also Montreal has been a better team by far so far. I don't think there's any bones about it. They've had several scoring chances. Kim Nation had one just there as well. And this is exactly the start that Montreal would have wanted to have. They haven't taken any penalties, and they've been a better team with even strength. And now they're going to move it for an intentional offside, it seems like.
Yeah, that was an interesting move from Mel Desrochers as the puck clearly went over the blue line, and she was like, nope, we're going back in. So face-off coming to the right of Emrance Mashmeyer. Melody Daou wins the draw. Markham has possession, though. Laura Stacey playing the puck along the boards. Lorianne Rougeau getting in her way. Hillary Knight in the far corner plays it along the boards. Jamie Lee Rattray keeps it in. Rookie Victoria Bach trying to snatch the puck away from Catherine Daou. Puck flies into the crowd and hits the gentleman on the side of the head. He looks okay, though. And at least he gets to keep a puck from game 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty to Montreal, though. Because
over glass.
It went over glass, didn't get tipped. And Markham called for that one right away. And this is going to be interesting to see. Because Markham started yesterday 4-4 on the power play. If they get one here, that's going to be huge. Because Montreal has had the momentum going so far.
Megan Bozek at Montreal's blue line dumps the puck into the far corner where Jocelyn Larocque can't quite outrace Lorianne Rougeau. Laura Stacey now plays the puck along the boards. Everybody falling in the corner there. Laura Stacey, Corella Mard. Lorianne Rougeau clears the zone, plays it off the boards, dumping it deep into Markham territory. 1:25 left to go in the delay of game penalty to Catherine Daou. Larocque, up ice. Shot rung off the crossbar. We've got a Markham player down. Looks like Jamie Lee Rattray, who smashed into the boards. I don't think she was hit. She just fell awkwardly into the board.
I think they got tangled up as she was going in with a lot of speed. And I was just going to say how she's been one of the better Thunder players so far because of her speed. She got behind the defense a couple of times, and she went hard into the boards. Looks like shoulder, maybe a leg.
I think she might just be winded, Jared.
It might be that as well, yeah. She's going right back to the bench. She's not going across, but she took a hard hit into the boards. And that's what happens with speed, unfortunately, is that if you go in that far deep, she does look a little bit of pain, though. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We'll see when she comes back. That would be a huge loss for the Thunder as well, because like I mentioned, I feel she's been one of the better Thunder players so far in this first period.
And Lorianne Rougeau comes away with the puck at center ice, trying to keep it out, just kill time in this penalty. 1 minute left as Melody Daou will clear it. Erica Howe coming out to play the puck, handing it off to Jocelyn Larocque. Larocque for McParland. McParland entering the Montreal zone now, losing the puck in the corner. Lorianne Rougeau is watching her carefully. Larocque holding it in at the blue line. Cross ice pass for Barbera. Back to Larocque. Tries to get a shot through traffic. Blocked by Anne-Sophie Bette. Montreal clears again. 25 seconds left in the penalty to Catherine Daou. Corella Mard on the ice, dumping it into Markham zone. Fans happy with the penalty kill they're seeing today. Special teams obviously was a factor yesterday in the loss for Montreal. Megan Bozek now in her own end. 5 seconds left in the penalty to Catherine Daou, on her feet, ready to jump out of the box. Laura Stacey in the Montreal zone. Centers a pass in front for Brown. Emrance Mashmeyer makes a sprawling save to keep the puck out.
You could tell the intensity is even reaching the fans in this one, because every little clear of the puck was getting a huge ovation that we only usually see for goals here. The fans know what's at stake as well here in Brossard.
And you can feel the energy in this house. Every
the
little
too.
hit.
The tension too. You can feel that too. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully it's conveying as well in the stream as well.
Montreal now 2-on-1. Jill Saunier has Hilary Knight. Saunier tries to throw the pass in front, blocked by Ella Matucci. Lorianne Rougeau can't hold it in at the line.
Big kill from Montreal there.
We're back to even strength. Lorianne Rougeau throws the puck on net and beats Erica Howe. Montreal out to an early 1-0 lead.
We mentioned it yesterday. That is what needs to happen. We need to get traffic on Erica Howe. We need to get second chance opportunities right there. A harmless looking shot by Lorianne Rougeau as we watch the replay here. Melody Daou goes towards net, gets a stick on it, and gets it past Erica Howe. I'll tell you what, Melody Daou works on tipping pucks more than any other player I've seen. She takes pride in it. She likes that spot in front of the net, and it paid off right there. And Montreal, who's carried momentum for the first 10 minutes, get a first goal.
Melody Daou getting her stick on Lorianne Rougeau's hard shot, tipping it past Erica Howe. Montreal on the attack again. Kim Deschênes dumping it into Markham's corner. Battle for the puck between Larocque and Clement Hedra. Larocque loses her stick. Clement Hedra comes away with it. Centers a pass in front for Bannon. Her shot stopped by Howe. As Bannon falls over Barbera in front of Howe. Barbera looks hurt as she makes her way to the bench. Larocque in the corner. Falls. Sophie Bro losing her stick. Picks it back up. Bannon for Lafleur. Lafleur dumping it into Markham zone. Picked up by Megan Bozek. Kristen Richards plays the puck up ice, picked up by Montreal. And Sophie Bate in front of her own net, gets the puck out at the blue line. Markham resets. Kristen Richards fires it on Emrance Nashmeyer, who makes the save. Taylor Willard trying to clear the zone, gets it out just in time. Puck dumped in by Rapace. Nashmeyer coming out to play it. Willard comes in to help out. And Sophie Bate battling for the puck on the far side. Laura Stacey now throws the puck towards the net, just wide of Nashmeyer's goal mouth. Willard trying to clear the puck. Jamie Lee Rattray back on the ice. Good to see for the Markham Thunder. Laura Stacey hands the puck off to Victoria Bach, tripped by Allard. No call for the Markham Thunder. Montreal back on the attack. 3-on-2. Hilary Knight in front for Melody Daou. Back pass for Jill Saunier. Puck was bobbling through the paint, and there was no Canadienne player to tip in a rebound.
That line has instant chemistry, I'd say.
Oh my word. Melody Daou's back passes are a thing of beauty. Hilary Knight in front for Melody Daou, just out of reach of her stick. And coming back the other way is Nicole Brown. Lorianne Rougeau outskates her on the far side. Gets it out of her own end. And Hilary Knight is just a few steps behind Jill Saunier. So we'll get another offside call with 7:54 to play here in the first period. Montreal holding a 1-0 lead on the Markham Thunder.
You know, it's obviously Jamie Lee Rattray is back. That's good to see. You don't want to see any. The series has been affected by so many injuries already. You don't want to see another one. But now Kristen Barbera went off after getting colliding with Genevieve Bannon in the Thunder zone. She had her helmet off and she's being checked out right now. I don't know if maybe it was she got hit in the teeth or the nose or something like that, but that's something to watch as well because, like we mentioned, she's been huge this series for Markham.
Bannon throwing the puck on goal. Yeah, especially with the absence of Laura Fortino yesterday and today. Barbera really stepping up. Puck in Markham territory now. Mel Desrochers in the near corner. Turns the puck over to Gribbins. Gribbins plays it up ice for Becca King, who throws the puck into the rafters. So puck goes out of play, not into the netting, but into the rafters.
You heard a bang. That was I haven't heard that before here on this side of the ice anyway. But this game has lived up to its billing so far. Two teams are playing for everything. And when you have world-class players playing for everything, this is the result.
face-off to the right of Erica Howe. Richards winning the draw against Corella Mard. Megan Bozek plays the puck along the boards. Montreal can't hold the line. They'll have to reset. Willard now. Centers a pass in front for Corella Mard. Jammed up with Richards. Jenna McFarland now. Cross-ice pass for Richards as Markham comes the other way. Richards dumps the puck deep into Montreal territory. Allard with it now. She trips. Can't clear.
They're not calling anything so far.
Oh no.
On both sides. Letting them play.
Willard in the far corner for Allard. Allard gets tangled up with her own player. Huge shot from Rattray, stopped by Maschmeyer. Rock into the corner, puck thrown on goal by Brown. Held at the line by LaRock. Allard with it now, gets the puck out of her own end. Falls in front of the bench. Jamie Lee Rattray trying to come away with the puck, as Montreal's taking that moment to go for a line change.
Sarah LaFour climbed over the scrum to get onto the bench there. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but I guess they figure if they change right at the bench, you can't get called for too many players because everyone's right there. So use that chance, the puck's immobilized, might as well go for a change.
Interesting strategy.
Barbera hasn't come back yet.
And, we talked about the intensity for the crowd, for the players on either side. It's an intense game for the officials as well. Yeah. This is their game 3 of the playoffs as well as.
And you don't want to be the referee to make a decision that, cost the team or make the wrong decision. So right now, like I said, the referees are erring on the side of caution here because they don't want to call anything. And there could be things that could be called maybe, but they're letting them play so far.
Melody Daou trying to evade Jocelyn LaRock, gets away from her, centers a pass for Hillary Knight. Becca King gets her stick on it, deflects up into the corner. Jill Saunier can't keep it in. Montreal forced to get back on side. Daou at the line, calls for it, hands it off to Jill Saunier. Saunier at the near circle, throws the puck on Erica Howe, who covers it up to make an easy save with 5:25 left to play here in the first period.
Yeah, another shift with Megan Bozek out and it's Gina Rapace, not Kristen Barbera.
And during the first intermission, Jared will be joined by Melody Daou at ice level, so make sure you stay tuned with us. You don't want to miss it. Face-off coming to the right of Erica Howe. Kamahedra winning the draw. Kim Deschênes throws it in on Erica Howe. Ready to tap home a rebound was Bannon, but Erica Howe will make the save, keeping this 1-0 hockey game. Richards lining up against Katya Kamahedra. Number 19 for Montreal winning the draw. Throw in front, Kamahedra takes a shot. Puck back in front, Kamahedra tries to bat it out of the air. I thought there was only one baseball player in this game, Jared.
Ellen Matucci wasn't even on the ice for that one.
Sophie Breau in her own end hands it up ice for Kim Deschênes. Deschênes for Kamahedra carries the puck into the Markham zone. Watched closely by Megan Bozek. Kamahedra behind the Markham goal gets tangled up. Puck squirts loose. Bate can't hold it in. Bate in front of the benches hands it off to Rougeau. Rougeau stretch pass for Sarah LaFour just out of her reach. LaFour in the corner, watched closely by Gina Rapace. Puck bounces along the boards to the far side where Lorianne Rougeau tries to scoop it up. Victoria Bach gets there first. She'll circle back into her own end. And Montreal will have to get back on side. LaFour strips Jamie Lee Rattray of the puck. Not an easy feat. And Laura Stacey comes away with it with speed into Montreal's end. Stacey curls, wraps behind the net and into the corner. Battle for the puck now in the corner. Everyone's digging for it. And Stacey falls down.
Players are shrugging at the referee saying, okay, we're going to call this or what? She's on the puck.
And just barely onside. Hillary Knight tries to throw the pass in front for Jill Saunier. And fans hoping to get a penalty there. Kristen Barbera back on the ice, which is a good thing. Tensions flaring.
Victoria Bach got her elbow up on Jill Saunier and hit her head, causing all of that, and they're not going to call anything.
Fans not happy about that one.
Jill Saunier's not happy either. Hillary Knight went right after Bach as well. I think it was accidental. I don't think there was any intent there.
You're still responsible for your body parts when you're on the ice. Melody Daou wins the draw, picked up by Jill Saunier in the near corner. Saunier tries to throw the pass in front for Daou.
Barbera's back for Markham right now, so that's a good sign for them as well.
Brown gets the puck out, forcing Allard to retreat into her own end. Kelly Gribbins chases her, so she hands it off to Willard. Willard for Knight. Circles back to her own end. Circles again in her own end. Resetting, waiting for a play that she likes. Melody Daou with it now at neutral ice. Hands it off to Brooke Webster. Kristen Richards fans on a shot on Maschmeyer. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first period. Battle for the puck along the far side boards. Puck comes loose. Willard hands it off to Genevieve Bannon, turns it over to Megan Bozek. Bozek curls in her own end for LaRock. LaRock now carrying the puck through center ice and in a Montreal zone. Jocelyn LaRock getting tripped by Taylor Willard, and the referees will take the opportunity to call that one as Willard is headed to the penalty box.
We're calling interference, and I'm not sure.
Or it's Mel Desrochers, my apologies.
Looked like LaRock kind of just skated into her. Got hauled down there, but of all the things to see so far on both sides, that's the weird one to call as the first penalty of the game. And I guess the referees thought that it took away his
Particularly
scoring
after
chance.
the non-call from the elbow up on Jill Saunier, the old chicken wing. Catherine Daou in the corner. Megan Bozek holds it in at the line. Cross-ice pass for captain Jocelyn LaRock. Back up to the point where Bozek rips it through traffic. Gets it on Maschmeyer, who makes the pad save. Bozek back at the line. To the half wall for Bach. Victoria Bach hands it off to Bozek for the one-timer. Maschmeyer makes the save. Jocelyn LaRock plays the puck along the boards, picked up by Lorianne Rougeau, who just barely gets it out. That's offside. And that'll be our first "you can't do that" of this game.
You know, what I like to see from Montreal so far is Emrys Maschmeyer, when she makes a save, the rebounds are going directly into the corner. They're not going in front of her. They're not going in a dangerous spot. And yesterday after the game, we spoke to Erica Howe on the stream, and she mentioned that she was looking to put pucks, what's in her control, outside of the scoring areas. And Emrys Maschmeyer is doing that for Montreal so far.
And Maschmeyer also talking on Friday about how she likes facing more shots. She didn't face very many on Friday evening. Well, that's certainly not the case anymore today. And the face-off will come outside of the Montreal end.
We're going to add some time back to the clock, I think.
And the officials having a conversation with the scorekeeper. Yeah, they just added 8 seconds to the clock, so we have 1:47 left to play here.
It's just a penalty probably as well at this point.
Yeah, that'll give Markham another 8 seconds as well. So 1:19 left in the penalty to Mel Desrochers.
Carella Mard right now is talking to the officials saying, why is the face not in their zone like it was for Montreal when Montreal went offside earlier after the puck went out of the zone.
Tell him. 1 minute? Like at 1 minute?
And that was a losing conversation for Carella Mard. And Kristen Richards wins the draw back for Jocelyn Larocque. She hits the stick of Brooke Webster. It's knocked down by Anne-Sophie Bataille. Larocque up ice for McCarlin. McCarlin, stretch pass intercepted by Jill Saunier. Short-handed attempt here. Jill Saunier has Anne-Sophie Bataille with her. She circles in Markham zone. Hands it off to Anne-Sophie Bataille, who gets it to Carella Mard. And Mard, back for Melody Daou, clears the zone. 49 seconds left in the penalty to Melde Rocher. Markham dumping it into Montreal's zone. And that'll be an icing call. So face-off coming back the other way.
Well, yesterday, Hillary Knight said after the second period, our PK is killing us. She's part of that PK. And you know that veteran group of Montreal who plays on the penalty kill really wanted to step up their game in this one because they know that it cost them yesterday, and that's a very proud group.
And a big PK can be a huge momentum switcher.
Especially when you're dominating at even strength like Montreal is. Montreal is playing very well at even strength. If you go into the intermission 1-1, I don't know if that tells the whole story of this game.
Mel Daou hands it to Catherine Daou, and Lauriane Rougeau will dump it into Markham's zone. Bozek, Webster, intercepted. Hillary Knight, a little shoving match now with Megan Bozek. Jenna McCarland into Montreal zone. Tries to put a pass in front for Jocelyn Larocque. She's watched closely by Melody Daou, who will be joining Jared in the first intermission.
A little closer, please. Cover them up.
Battle for the puck in the corner. Puck squirts loose. Hillary Knight coming away with it. We're back at even strength. 25 seconds left to go in the first period. Melody Daou in alone in Markham zone. Waits for reinforcements. Dumps it into the corner. While Montreal goes for a line change. Jocelyn Larocque on the far side. Held in at the line by Hillary Knight. Jocelyn Larocque, or rather Megan Bozek manages to clear. Stretch pass for Laura Stacey into Montreal zone. As time will wind down on first period action here at the Bell Sports Complex in Brossard as fans leap to their feet and applaud the performance of Les Canadiennes in the first period. And boy, Carolyn Daou stressed the importance of coming out strong in Game 3 this afternoon, particularly on special teams. Montreal with a couple of huge penalty kills and managing to score an even strength goal as well. A hard shot from Lauriane Rougeau on the point, deflected in front by Melody Daou, gets it past Erica Howe, something that Canadiens struggled with early on in Game 2 yesterday, but Melody Daou manages to finish. Now, head coach Marilyn Ouellette yesterday talked about the lack of finish. It seemed like it was really only late in the game where Montreal was able to capitalize on their chances, something that they managed to reverse early on. Momentum definitely in favor of Les Canadiennes this afternoon. How will Markham counter in the second period? That remains to be seen. You are watching CWHL Live right now. My name is Robin Flynn. Jared Book will momentarily be joined by Melody Daou at ice level. And we'll see what she has to say about her team's performance in the first period. Again, scoring summary, Melody Daou, the lone goal scorer in the first period. Lauriane Rougeau picking up the assist. It was her hard shot from the point that was tipped in by Daou to give Montreal a 1-0 lead at the midway mark of the first period. A reminder that you can follow the CWHL on social media at the CWHL on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The best way to connect with the players, coaches, and other fans just like yourself. And a reminder that you can send us your shout-outs. Let us know where in the world you're watching from this afternoon, and we'll try to get to a few of those a little bit later on. As we get set to head down to ice level, where Jared Book is standing by with Melody Daou.
Irish up, come on, Iris up. Fucking Iris up, dude. Come on. Fucking jello, man. Iris up. Come on. You want to tell them? Can't get that.
Non, c'est juste. Il ne boit pas.
Next time, take your wife for a router, and switch to that for iPhone.
So I'm here for the down. Melody, getting the first goal, how important was it for you guys?
I think it's really important. We finished up really strong last night, so it's really important for us to get the first one.
And in a game like this, winner take all, what's your mentality going into the second period?
I think the same thing as all the other games. We need to play our own game, our own system, and follow the plan, and that's really important for us. And I think that's what we did in the first period. And we just need to stay out of the box.
Perfect, thank you. Les Canadiennes winning 1-0 right now after one period of play. Here in Brossard, we'll be back for second period action right after this.
L'organisation est vraiment spéciale. Alors, de pouvoir venir ici après une année olympique, c'est super excitant. Je suis vraiment excitée de revenir ici à Montréal et jouer pour les Canadiennes de Montréal. Pour moi, c'est ma deuxième famille, c'est ma famille de hockey.
Looking forward to the upcoming season of the Canadiennes is super exciting for me. You know, new team, new faces around the locker room, a lot of familiar ones as well.
I'm really excited to play my first full season with Les Canadiennes. I think the organization speaks for itself.
You know, you can tell when you walk in the rink when the Les Canadiennes are there, and it's an honor and definitely a privilege to be here in this jersey this season.
De pouvoir être ici puis de le porter, c'est vraiment un honneur. The squad that we're going to have this year, we've got some big shoes to fill, but I can't wait to lace them up and get out there and start moving. Je suis super excitée pour être honnête.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Just super stoked to get the season underway and get some W's under our belt.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
organisation est vraiment spéciale. Alors, de pouvoir venir ici après une année olympique, c'est super excitant. Je suis vraiment excitée de revenir ici à Montréal et jouer pour les Canadiennes de Montréal. Pour moi, c'est ma deuxième famille, c'est ma famille de hockey.
Looking forward to the upcoming season of the Canadiennes is super exciting for me. You know, new team, new faces around the locker room, a lot of familiar ones as well.
I'm really excited to play my first full season with Les Canadiennes. I think the organization speaks for itself.
You know, you can tell when you walk in the rink when the Les Canadiennes are there, and it's an honor and definitely a privilege to be here in this jersey this season.
De pouvoir être ici puis de le porter, c'est vraiment un honneur. The squad that we're going to have this year, we've got some big shoes to fill, but I can't wait to lace them up and get out there and start moving. Je suis super excitée pour être honnête.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Just super stoked to get the season underway and get some W's under our belt.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
L'organisation est vraiment spéciale. Alors, de pouvoir venir ici après une année olympique, c'est super excitant. Je suis vraiment excitée de revenir ici à Montréal et jouer pour les Canadiennes de Montréal. Pour moi, c'est ma deuxième famille, c'est ma famille de hockey.
Looking forward to the upcoming season of the Canadiennes is super exciting for me. You know, new team, new faces around the locker room, a lot of familiar ones as well.
I'm really excited to play my first full season with Les Canadiennes. I think the organization speaks for itself.
You know, you can tell when you walk in the rink when the Les Canadiennes are there, and it's an honor and definitely a privilege to be here in this jersey this season.
De pouvoir être ici puis de le porter, c'est vraiment un honneur. The squad that we're going to have this year, we've got some big shoes to fill, but I can't wait to lace them up and get out there and start moving. Je suis super excitée pour être honnête.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. Just super stoked to get the season underway and get some W's under our belt.
For Matthews! Oh, and he had a great chance, another shot! Center to front, they score! They score! Austin Matthews opens the scoring! Welcome to the NHL!
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Welcome back inside the Bell Sports Complex in Brossard as we get set for second period action between Les Canadiennes de Montréal and the Markham Thunder. Montreal with a 1-0 lead through 20 minutes of play. My name is Robin Flynn alongside Jared Book. Definitely the start Montreal wanted.
Absolutely, and the big thing is not the 1-0 lead. It's not the 11-7 shots lead. What it is, it's Markham 0 for 2 on the power play. And Melody Daou said, the last thing she said, I think, was, we got to stay on the box. And that's exactly what they have to do, because you don't want to give a team like Markham the chances on the power play. It's one thing to kill them off, yes, so far so good, but what they want to do is they want to stay out of the box late and give those opportunities, because even strength, I don't really know, maybe one Markham chance of even strength, maybe two. So Montreal's really playing well. They're playing the game they want to play. You just have to stay out of the box.
And good news for Markham, if you were watching in the first period, you know that Kristen Barbera was injured, as was Jamie Lee Rattray. They're both out. They both returned later on in the first period, and they will be playing for the remainder of the game. No injuries to add to Montreal other than Marie-Philippe Poulet and Aaron Ambrose. Montreal's blue line really stepping up to compensate for Aaron Ambrose's loss.
Yeah, Kat Daou, Taylor Willard, Marie-Joëlle Allard, Mel Desrochers back to game 2. They're all playing very well. And we even saw Emma Martin get a couple of shifts, and that's what Montreal could do with last change, is manage the bench a little differently. This is the third game in 3 days.
As Montreal won the opening face-off of the second period, and Sophie Bete trying to throw the pass in front for Corella Mard. Markham gets it out. Catherine Daou at center ice loses it. Ella Matucci hands it up ice for Victoria Bach. She throws it in on Emily Smashmeyer, who turns it away. Emard in her own end. Up for Anne-Sophie Bete. Sarah Lafour with it now in the Markham zone for Lorianne Rougeau. Rips it in on Erica Howe, makes the save. Bach behind her own net. Goes for a skate, watched closely by Melody Daou. Jocelyn Larocque playing the puck, intercepted by Daou. As puck bounces up into neutral ice. Taylor Willard dumps it back into Markham zone. Erica Howe coming out to play it behind her own net. Collision between Ella Matucci and Jill Saunier. I think there's some bad blood between those two. They seem to be shoving quite a bit. Hillary Knight in front, throws it in, tapped home by Jill Saunier. Hillary Knight with the feed for Jill Saunier, who finally gets her first goal of the playoffs. It's 2-0 Montreal.
And again, second chance opportunities. Knight with the pass to Saunier. Daou got some chance on it. Saunier bounced on the loose puck, and they just couldn't clear it out of the zone. The defense maybe a little bit tired in the third day. Erica Howe maybe not getting over as quick, but Jill Saunier has been very good this whole series. Finally gets her first goal, and that's a huge one for Montreal.
Jana McParland now in her own end. Turns the puck over to Genevieve Bannon. Her pass for Kim Deschênes just out of her reach. Clement Hydra to Rougeau at the line. And Melody Daou picking up an assist on that Jill Saunier goal as well.
We mentioned Montreal's best players. Both teams' players have to be their best players. Montreal's best players are being their best players today. That line of Daou, Knight, and Saunier has been all over the Thunder so far. Markham's best players have been good as well, but they haven't finished, and that's the difference right now between the two teams.
Less than 2 minutes into the second period, Montreal potting another goal to make a 2-0 lead possible as they win the draw. Desrochers' pass just out of the reach of Anne-Sophie Bette. Jocelyn Larocque coming away with it. Tipped by Brown. Finally, Ribbons getting it out of her zone. Sophie Bro clears her respective zone. Ribbons and Desrochers at the line. Thrown in by Larocque. Mashmeyer making a stick save. Desrochers with it now in front of her own net. Goes for a skate behind Mashmeyer. Hauled down by Laura Stacey. The hand goes up. Mashmeyer skates to the bench. And as Larocque touches it up, we will get a penalty, a power play opportunity for Les Canadiennes. Laura Stacey goes to the box for hauling down Mel Desrochers.
The crowd cheered more for that than they did for a goal. Just erupting in cheers as soon as the referee's arm went up. But you know, that's what this crowd is. You know, obviously they want Montreal to win. They've been calling penalties when they've seen them, but it's like I said before, this is a really intense crowd, probably the most intense crowd that we've seen this series and definitely this year.
Rougeau to Melody Daou. Held in by Knight. Hands it off to Saunier. Knight on the far side to Rougeau at the point. Lauriane Rougeau. Pass for Daou at the top of the circle. Trades places with Rougeau. Daou at the line. Trades places with Knight. To Daou on the far side. One-timer fanned by Jill Saunier. She fires again and it's tipped in. Montreal on the power play. It's 3-0.
It's simple mathematics, Robin. If you score more than you give up on the power play, you're probably going to win more games. That's what Carolyn Ouellette said after the game. We don't want to be positive. We weren't. Right there. A fan shot by Jill Saunier. It found Lauriane Rougeau's stick. Kind of an opposite of the first goal to Montreal, but Rougeau finishes, and that is huge. A 3-0 lead right now. Not even just over 3 minutes into the second period, getting 2 goals already. You couldn't have asked for a better start from Montreal.
Lauriane Rougeau having a heck of a season, finishing it off with a fantastic playoff. She's got a goal and an assist this afternoon. Jill Saunier also with a goal and an assist this afternoon. And Hilary Knight with a pair of assists thus far as Montreal's out to a 3-0 lead. With 16:40 left to play in the second period as Rougeau hands the puck off to Catherine Daou. Victoria Bach resets in her own end. Jocelyn Larocque behind her goal. Waits for her teammates to get into position. Catherine Daou at center ice. Carries it into the zone. Her pass just beyond the reach. Big collision in the corner. Puck thrown on Erica Howe. Montreal not letting up one bit here.
And that's the fourth line for Montreal. Maud Jelinek, Tracy Levine, Olivia Atkinson. With a 3-0 lead, you could be a little bit more liberal with your bench and your ice time giving out. That was a big shift for them. They kept the Thunder in the offensive zone the entire time.
Jill Saunier back on the ice for Melody Daou. Rockets it just wide of Erica Howe. Taylor Willard, top of the circle, throws it in and beats Erica Howe. Hilary Knight tipping in a Taylor Willard shot.
And look at Knight's celebration. She's pumped up for this one. She hasn't been back to a Clarkson Cup final since she was a member of the Boston Blades. And this is going to be a huge goal right now, 4-0. We're not even 5 minutes into the second period, and it's going to be a timeout here. I think Liz Knox is going to come into this game. No, maybe not.
I think.
Oh no, she is coming into this game.
Liz Knox is getting her pads on. Is Erica Howe?
And you know,
to the bench for a little conversation. I don't know if Liz Knox is actually coming in or if she's just trying to give Erica Howe a little pep talk.
Jim Jackson looked at Knox right after the goal. But I don't think that she's going in. She had a water bottle in her glove. She put it on, but I don't think she's coming in. right now, but it's not Erica Howe's fault. It's just Montreal is coming out with a fire that I don't think we've seen from them this year, Robin, to be completely honest with you.
And I think a lot of this does speak to Danielle Sauvageau and Caroline Ouellette behind the bench. And the message after yesterday's game, you knew Caroline Ouellette was not ashamed of the performance from their team. They were in it. They believed they could win. And they managed to claw within a goal. Goal and 2 assists this afternoon for Hillary Knight. A goal and 2 assists for Jill Saunier. And we're not even at the halfway mark of this game yet, Jared. As Catherine Daou throws the puck towards Erica Howe, bobbling in front, sticks are flying, and Markham manages to get the puck out.
Yeah, that line has been great. Hillary Knight has been the MVP of the series for Montreal. She had 2 goals and an assist before this game, or she had 2 goals, I guess, yesterday, a goal as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they keep going. But no, Montreal is. This is exactly what they wanted, and they're just playing with a kind of momentum right now. And the Thunder, likewise, being down 4-0 in an elimination game is not the best place to be in either.
Ribbons shoving Corella Mard in the near corner, puck bobbling through the crease, and Sophie Bate had her stick on the ice. Brown now in the Montreal zone, throws the puck just out of the reach of Embrance Mashmeyer. Larocque keeps it in, battle for the puck on the far side. Clement Hedra comes in to help out. Emma Martin hands it off to Clement Hedra and up to Anne-Sophie Bate, dumps it deep into Markham territory. Kim Deschênes behind the net, carries the puck along the boards, drops it back for Clement Hedra. Clement Hedra playing it along the boards. Puck in front, Kim Deschênes shot. Looks like Howe got a piece of that one. Ella Matucci behind her own goal as Markham tries to regain control of this hockey game. Victoria Bach coming back the other way, throws the puck wide of Emrance Mashmeyer. Jocelyn Larocque trying to grab the puck. It's scooped away by Jill Saunier. Saunier with it now, in alone, throws it towards Howe.
She had to use the boards to stop.
Puck in front for Catherine Daou, just wide. She saw that top corner and wanted to pick it.
Just confidence all around Montreal right now.
And Markham manages to get the puck out of their zone temporarily, mostly because Hillary Knight couldn't hold the line. But Montreal's coming right back the other way.
Not sure if that was offside, but
they'll call it offside anyway.
Montreal is doing so well at just there's something that they're playing with. Everyone's confident on this team right now. Everyone from Kat Daou to Hillary Knight to Bevy Daou, everyone is just confident. And now the fourth line is out again. We'll see what they can do for Montreal. But it's just when you get into it kind of snowballs. You know, you get 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, now 4-0. It just steamrolls. And likewise, the other side for Markham is that it just goes the other way around. You just get less and less sure of yourself as you go on.
Taylor Willard up ice for Olivia Atkinson. Puck stripped away by Jenna McCarland, who had the hat trick for Markham in Game 2 yesterday, right here in the same barn. Mo Jelena on the ice now for Montreal. Hands it off to Atkinson, dumping it deep into Markham territory, giving Montreal the opportunity to go for a change. Webster for Richards. On the far side, Richards dumping it into Montreal zone. Mashmeyer out to play it behind her own net. Willard gets her stick on it, hands it off to Corella Mard for Anne-Sophie Bate. She plays the puck off the boards. Howe out to play it. Becca King tries to get it out at the line, held in by Corella Mard. And Sophie Bette can't control the puck, and it bounces into the corner.
Same shot, Stefan.
And is scooped up by Kristen Barbera. Barbera waits behind her own goal. Shoots the puck up ice. Tipped by King. Right onto the stick of Mel Desrochers. Kelly Gribbins gets the puck into Montreal's end. Markham going for a line change now as Desrochers resets behind her own goal. 11:02 left to play here in the second period as we approach the midway mark. Montreal with a 4-0 lead in Game 3 of the semifinals. Sophie Breau keeps the puck out of her own end. Geneviève Bannon in front of the Markham bench. As Markham will retreat into their own zone. Jamie Lee Rattray has the puck on her stick now. Rattray with speed throws the puck in on Maschmeyer, who makes a huge save. Rattray in the corner. Can't get the puck through traffic. Catherine Daoud knocks Laura Stacey to the ground. And Jill Saunier comes away with it. Saunier has Knight. Knight in the near corner. Goes for a skate behind the net. Pauses. Waits for Rougeau. Melody Daou intercepts in the near corner. Matucci has it. Sends it up for Jenna McParland. Intercepted. Jocelyn Larocque with it now in the Montreal zone. Tipped away by Catherine Daou. Jill Saunier, 2-on-1. She has Hillary Knight. Saunier now. Drops it back. Mel Daou comes in, throws it in. And the shot is blocked in front.
Back-to-back odd player Rush is working at a 4-on-1. Montreal ends up with a 3-on-1 going the other way.
Jocelyn Larocque gets the puck out of her own end. Sends it up ice for Kristen Richards. Taylor Willard dumps it into Markham's territory, but she was on the wrong side of the red line, so that's an icing call. And we will come back down the other direction in a barn that is absolutely electric right now. Montreal out to a 4-0 lead with 9:22 left to play in the second period. This one's for all the marbles, Jared.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll just do a quick update on the Town scoreboard, because if you're watching this game, you're not watching the other one, unless, well, maybe you are, but you got two screens. But it's 1-0 Calgary after one period. Brianna Decker with the goal for Calgary in the final minute of the first period.
And Sophie Bette in the near corner in front for Sarah Lafour. Puck bouncing off her stick. She gets jammed up with Megan Bozek in the near corner. Markham gets the puck out of their own end. Taylor Willard retreating into her zone. Turns the puck over to Gribbins. Gribbins down low for Brown. Behind Maschmeyer. Hands it off to Laura Stacey. She gets jammed up with Allard. Allard hands it off just out of the reach of Tracy Ann Levine. Levine gets it out of the zone. Levine with speed now into Montreal zone. Tracy Ann Levine fires it! Beautiful shot! Beats Erica Howe. Tracy Ann Levine and her first of these playoffs. It's 5-0.
You know, Carolyn Ouellette called her out after the first game of this series. Said that she played great because they had moved Corella Mark to defense. She had to play on that third line with Kim Deschênes and Geneviève Bannon. Great for her to get some ice time to score a goal here for Les Canadiennes. Go up 5-0 here, 8:36 left to go in the second period, and it just, it's not the performance that Markham would have wanted to have in this game.
Hear myself think right now.
I don't even know if they can hear us on the screen right now.
It is so loud.
We have noise canceling headphones on right now. We still can't hear each other.
Nice to see Allard picking up an assist on that Levine goal as well, being rewarded for all her hard work this series. Geneviève Bannon keeping pressure in Markham's zone. Pass from Deschênes just out of her reach. McParland coming now back the other way, dumping it into Montreal territory as Markham will go for a line change. Maschmeyer out to play it. Settles it for DesRochers. And Montreal will ice the puck, so... Oh, no icing there. I guess one of them managed to touch it up before across the red line. Becca King in the far corner. Tangled up with DesRochers. Hillary Knight coming in to help out as players are jabbing away at it. Lorianne Rougeau steps in. As we've got a bunch of people fighting for the puck. Squirts loose. Montreal coming away with it now. Taylor Willard up ice for Jill Saunier in her own end. She skates it past the blue line. Jocelyn LaRock at center ice. Watched closely by Melody Daou. LaRock pauses on the far side, sets up a pass for Laura Stacey. She fans on it, tries to get another shot off. Blocked in front by Hillary Knight. Willard, back pass for Daou behind her own goal. Daou plays it off the boards, back to Willard. Willard up ice, bounces off the stick of Hillary Knight, where it's picked up by Alexis Wolashuk. Mel DesRochers now in front of the benches, plays it off the boards. Barbera gets it out of her own end. Montreal will go for a change here. Wolashuk. Pass for Stacey, getting tangled up with Anne-Sophie Bataille. Sarah Lafleur now in the Markham zone. Throws it towards Erica Howe. He makes the save. Lafleur again on the far side. Beautiful pass for Lorianne Rougeau with the one-timer. Jamie Lee Rattray at center ice, crosses the Montreal blue line. Centering pass in front for Stacey, who falls to her knees. And Sophie Bataille now coming back the other way in the near corner. Bataille throws the puck on Howe. Olivia Atkinson behind the Markham goal. Puck thrown in front, and Howe will cover up to make the save. 5:16 left to play here in the second period. Montreal out to a 5-0 lead, and you can see the frustration on the Markham bench, particularly with Laura Stacey trying to get absolutely anything she can going for her team.
Yeah, I mean, these are, like you mentioned off top, world-class players. Laura Stacey played in the Olympics with Team Canada. She's going to the World Championships. Jocelyn LaRock, same thing. Jamie Lee Rattray, all these players are world-class athletes. They don't want to be down 5-0 in an elimination game. And the Thunder, quite frankly, are better than this, too. It's just deflating. And like you said, it's just a snowball. When you have games like this, it's a snowball both sides. Montreal gets bigger. That fourth line plays bigger. And even Markham's best players play a little smaller.
Genevieve Bannon in front. Jenna McPartland shoves her aside. She comes away with the puck in the corner. Maud Jelena on the ice for Montreal. Markham gets the puck out of their zone. Kristen Richards in the Montreal end, watched closely by Allard. Plays it off the boards for Brooke Webster. Sophie Breau tries to strip Webster of the puck, who plays it off the boards. Picked up in the corner by Becca King, battling for the puck with Allard. Montreal manages to get the puck out. Maud Jelena jammed up in front of the penalty box. Montreal going for a change. Markham resetting here. Brown on the ice for Markham, carrying the puck into Montreal zone. Mashmeyer out to play the puck. Becca King tried to snatch it away and throw it in an empty net. And Mashmeyer had to hustle to get back into her crease. Mel DesRochers for Allard now. Allard goes behind her own goal. Resets, hands it off to Bannon. Bannon stretch pass for Kim Deschênes just out of her reach, as Matucci will follow her into the corner. And the puck is thrown all the way down the ice. 3:36 left to play here in the second period. Victoria Bach for Laura Stacey. She plays the puck off the boards. Jamie Lee Rattray behind the Montreal goal. Melody Daou up ice for Hillary Knight. Montreal keeping the pedal on the metal here, as Jill Saunier was just a step ahead of the play. Offside the call, face-off will come back outside the Markham zone. 3:19 to play in an exciting second period of hockey here.
Yeah, so 4 goals so far. The crowd is into it every touch of the puck. And, you know, even watching the outside, because they're standing room only around the outside of this arena as well. People are moving around and shaking, what we can see right now.
shot on Erica Howe, who makes the decision to cover it up.
And if you're Markham right now, you're just looking for anything to kind of get a spark. You just want to get one. If you get one goal right now, it helps you. It does what you want it to do. It just need one little spark. You know, Montreal said yesterday when you were down, it's only 3 shots. Now it's 5 shots. It's not exactly the same thing, but you just want to put a bit of showing out for the last 23 minutes of this hockey game.
Jenna McFarland for Brooke Webster. Webster, stretch pass for Richards. Puts it down low back for Webster in the Canadienne corner. Goes for a skate behind Mashmeyer. Tries to center a pass for LaRock. Held in at the blue line by Barbera. Barbera, some fancy footwork to get around Perel Lamard. All for naught, though, as the Canadienne come back the other way. Before snatches it, tries to go top corner. Her shot just wide of the goal.
You know, it's even harder for Markham because this is the third game, like we mentioned before, third game in 2 days. They have to lean on their best players, their top players. They don't really have the depth in terms of just pure roster players because of the injuries they had with Fotino and Jones. They're down to bare minimum. Montreal has that fourth line that hasn't been getting a lot of ice time. They have Emma Martin who hasn't been getting a lot of ice time. They can put them on now at 5-0. And what that does is not only do they have fresh legs, it keeps your best players fresh as well. And it just, again, one of those things, one of those factors that just goes against Markham in a game like this.
2:09 left to play here in the second period. Now, traditionally, since we were joined by a Canadienne player in the first intermission, we would be joined by a Markham player in the second intermission. But I don't know that any of those players are going to want to talk. They're going to have a meeting, I presume.
It's going to be Joe Saunier, I believe, at this point right now in the second intermission.
As the Thunder will focus on trying to strategize, get a game plan going. Puck in front. Bobbling. Al was down. Hillary Knight couldn't get her stick on it.
Hillary Knight, we've been saying for a while how she's been one of the better players on the ice leading up to this. She hasn't had the points to put up in that as well. But right now, she's just getting the production on all facets of her game right now.
Jill Saunier up to the blue line, where Emma Martin keeps it in. Melody Daou centers a pass in front for Kim Deschênes, and the puck will bounce out. Lorianne Rougeau up for Melody Daou. Daou at center ice, up for Bannon. Bannon fires it in on Erica Howe, who makes the save.
This third line is going to want to go. They've had a couple of chances. Canty Clermont-Hadra had a chance. Bannon's had a few chances. Kim Deschênes has had 2 great chances in this game. That's the only line that hasn't scored yet for Montreal. I mean, probably Carolyn Villette's going to push them on the ice a little bit more when there's offensive opportunities as we get going in this one, because they've been great as well.
As Bach wins the draw for Markham, who carries the puck out of their own end. Not for long though. Kim Deschênes has it now. Her pass hits the skates of Clermont-Hadra. As Markham comes back the other way, Laura Stacey in the corner, tangled up with Mel Desroches, falling to her feet, manages to pass up ice for Rapace. Jamie Lee Rattray, centering pass blocked by Clermont-Hadra. Clermont-Hadra up ice for Bannon. Genevieve Bannon now dumping it into the corner, goes to retrieve it, watched closely by Matucci.
The step go wide.
Bach gets the puck out and hands it up for Rattray. Markham coming back the other way. Rattray with some nice stick work. But Mashmeyer got a piece of her shot, deflects it high and up. 13 seconds to go in the second period. Taylor Willard up for Atkinson. Megan Bozek fires the puck out of her zone. Mashmeyer will come out to play it. Settling the puck for Taylor Willard. As the buzzer goes, and time expires on a thrilling second period. If you are a Canadienne fan, the energy in this building is insane right now. Canadienne fans hoping for victory. A quick scoring summary before we head to ice level, where Jared Book will be joined by Jill Saunier, who scored the first goal of the second period. Jill Saunier making it 2-0. Hillary Knight and Melody Daou picking up the assists. Lorianne Rougeau then on the power play, firing a rocket past Erica Howe to make it 3-0. Sonia and Knight picking up assists on that goal. Hillary Knight made it 4-0. Assists from Taylor Willard and Jill Saunier before Tracy Ann Levine was rewarded for all of her hard work, scoring her first goal of the playoffs. Allard picking up the assists there. The score 5-0 through 40 minutes of play here at the Bell Sports Complex in Brossard. It is snowy, it is stormy outside. There is no thunder to be seen at the moment now outside of this barn as the snow continues to fall here in the greater Montreal area. Didn't affect the amount of fans that came out to this game this afternoon. It is standing room only here at the Bell Sports Complex in beautiful Brossard. Third period action is coming your way shortly. Make sure that you are sending your tweets to at the CWHL, at Robin Lisa Flynn, and at Jared Book so we can get to some shout outs a little later on. Calgary Inferno have a 1-0 lead over the Toronto Furies right now in the other game. Of course, that series also going to a third game this afternoon. The winner of that series will go on to face the winner of this series in a winner-take-all Clarkson Cup Championship on Sunday, March 24th, and that is coming up just 2 weeks from now. As we get set to head down to ice level, where Jared Book is standing by with Jill Saunier, who worked hard this series and finally managed to get a goal this period, the one that gave Montreal a 2-0 lead. We head down now to ice level.
I'm here with Jill Saunier of the Canadiennes. Obviously, the second period, how important was it to come out strong like you did?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that was huge. You know, they have a great team, and we saw that yesterday and the day before. So it was really important for us to come out with pedal on the metal, and I think we did that.
And obviously in a game like this, everything just kind of snowballs. You guys get on the bench, you guys get bigger and things like that. Is that something that you guys felt on the bench as you guys kept scoring?
Yeah, I think when teams are going, they're really going. And this team, we don't change our game the whole time. We don't take this other team for advantage, because they're a really good team. So I think we just got to keep going, and things will hopefully turn out how we want.
And what's the game plan for the final 20 minutes? Obviously a big lead, but you saw with you guys yesterday, you can come back easily in this league. So what's the game plan for the third?
Yeah, same thing. We're not going to change a thing. They're a great team, like I said, so we got to keep it going and hopefully get out with the win.
Perfect, thank you. We're here in Complex Bell, 5-0 for the Canadiennes after 2 periods of play. We'll be back for the third period in just a few moments.
score! Austin Matthews opens the scoring! Welcome to the NHL!
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank. Richer than you think. Scotiabank.
They score! They score! Austin Matthews opens the scoring! Welcome to the NHL!
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Welcome back inside the Bell Sports Complex in Brossard. My name is Robin Flynn, joined alongside Jared Book as the Canadiennes have a 5-0 lead in Game 3 over the Markham Thunder. The winner of this game will advance to the Clarkson Cup Final 2 weeks from now on March 24th in Toronto. Huge second period by Les Canadiennes. 4 goals coming from Saunier, Rougeau, Knight, and Levine to give Montreal a 5-0 lead to go with that Melody Daou goal in the first period. Final 20 minutes of action coming up here, but today's game is not the only one being played in the CWHL. There's another Game 3 between Toronto and Calgary right now.
Yeah, Calgary had the lead, like we mentioned. Toronto did tie it up in the second period. Caroline Prévost with the goal there. It's weird not saying Natalie Spooner or Sarah Nurse. Yeah. But Caroline Prévost getting a depth goal there for Toronto. It's 1-1. That game is going to come down to the wire as well.
I'm sure that fans of the Calgary Inferno are hoping that one won't need to go to overtime. As you'll remember last year against Kunlun, that one went to triple overtime.
Yeah, a deciding game going to triple overtime. It was 0-0 that game as well. So that was one of those crazy games. I remember I was actually in a bar following the game just because I wasn't expecting to go that late. It started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was on until 8, 9 o'clock, I believe. So it was one of those crazy games that just never ended. It was just crazy.
Well, I'm sure that they're hoping it won't go that far this evening over in Calgary where the game is being played. But for right now, our focus is on Les Canadiennes and the Thunder. 20 more minutes of hockey to be played at least. Markham is hoping that they can get 5 past Emrance Mashmeyer and tie things up.
It's a proud team. There's a lot of talent. You can't say, we'll want to send a message. There's no message to send. This is the last game of their season. So, desperation does crazy things to you. And Markham's going to be desperate. They have a lot of pride. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they score a goal or two in this period.
And these are the defending Clarkson Cup champions. Yeah. You don't want to go out in Game 3 without even getting a goal on Emrance Mashmeyer.
This is not a 5-0 game in their mind. They're better than that. And they should show better in the third period. Just Montreal has been playing really well.
And third period action underway here on CWHL Live. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Robin Flood, Jared Book along for the ride this afternoon. And thanks for joining us all season long, by the way. We've enjoyed bringing these games to you all year. As Lorianne Rougeau, outlet pass for Corella Mard, up for Sarah Lafour, stretch pass just out of the reach of Anne-Sophie Bette. Lorianne Rougeau at the line, holds it in, dumps it down low for Melody Daou. Daou followed closely by Matucci. Bach comes away with the puck and ices the puck. So the face-off will come back down the other way as we are just 39 seconds into the third period. The building is so loud. Whenever this crowd starts cheering, I can barely hear anything.
And like I said, we have had the headphones cranked up as well.
They're as loud as they go.
Yeah, it's crazy. But no, a nice gesture by Jim Jackson to keep Erica Howe in. You don't want that kind of goalie, a star goalie like her, to be pulled in a game like this. So, to give it a vote of confidence, they want to go out in this game and go out strong.
Melody Daou in the slot, shot blocked by Jocelyn Larocque. Daou pushing the puck behind the goal. Played along the boards. Markham getting the puck out now. Laura Stacey has Jamie Lee Rattray 2-on-1, fires it on Hashmeyer, who makes the save. Melody Daou in her own end, curls at the near circle. Throws the puck past Richards for Knight. Knight dumps it into Markham's zone, and Erica Howe will cover up. 18 minutes and 37 seconds until the Canadiennes can punch their ticket to the Clarkson Cup.
Yeah, right now on the bench, they're just watching the clock go down. It's going down way too slowly for them. But they'd I do want to do social media shout out. We do have one. Joe Crowley's watching all the way from Virginia. When he sent in that tweet, the Canadiens scored. So if you're a Markham fan, start tweeting us. Maybe you'll get some goals.
Nathan also sending us a message. It'll take a real comeback from Markham, but it's hard to be disappointed no matter what team wins. Obviously a great afternoon of hockey. And perhaps one of the most interesting statistics this afternoon comes from Giants in the crease. Montreal this season in the regular season and playoffs after a loss, not counting this game, they're 6-1-0. They have 29 goals for, 7 goals against, and 3 shutouts. So this is a team who knows how to respond after a loss. And
that one loss was in Calgary the weekend of their coaching change when Danny Brunet stepped down.
Kim Deschênes trying to center a pass for Geneviève Bannon just out of her reach. Jocelyn Larocque, captain for the Markham Thunder, behind her own goal. Sends the puck up ice for Becca King. King over the Montreal blue line. Just barely offside. I think Emma Martin managed to poke the puck over the line.
And it's great for this fourth line to get a lot of ice time. Emma Martin getting a lot of ice time. These are players who are great teammates. They're cheering. They're involved in the bench. They're always involved. It's great for them to get a chance in a playoff game in front of this crowd to get some opportunities because they're always around. They're always on the bench with their team, and to have them play, it's good for them as well.
Hashmeyer coming out of her goal to play the puck along the boards. Jelena tries to get the puck out of her zone. Taylor Willard with it now. Dumping it into Markham territory. Montreal goes for the change. Laura Stacey touches the puck, hands it to Bach. Back to Stacey. Just out of the reach of Jamie Lee Rattray, throws it towards the net. Hashmeyer makes the pad save. Sarah Lafour sends the puck up ice. And Sophie Bette hard on the puck in the corner, carries it behind the net. Sarah Lafour in front. Catherine Daou shot blocked by Laura Stacey. Stacey with it now at center ice, carrying it over the Montreal blue line. Her shot blocked by Lorianne Rougeau. Sarah Lafour. Bach at the Montreal blue line now. Throws the puck just high over Emrance Mashmeyer, who had the glove up, ready to make the save if she had to. Melody Daou has it now, passes to Hillary Knight. Rapace gets the puck off of her stick. Plays Daou closely now in the far corner. McParland taps the puck and gets it out of the zone. Sophie Breau for Melody Daou on the near side. Bouncing puck. Kristen Richards is the one that comes away with it and gets it out. Allard in front of her own bench. Tries to pass it to Saunier. Body's falling at center ice. Hillary Knight. Webster down for Markham. Dow up to Bro. Touched by Deschênes in the offensive zone. Markham gets it out. Gribbons dumping it deep into Montreal territory as Markham will throw some fresh bodies out onto the ice. Allard with it now. Montreal carrying the puck out of their own end. 15-18 left to play here in the third period. Puck played along the boards for Wolashuk, who clears the zone. Becca King picks it up at the Montreal blue line. Battle for the puck behind the net. Mashmeyer watching the play closely. Back up for Wolashuk, who holds the line just barely. Wolashuk to Stacy on the far side wall. Stacy to Bozek, making Bozek top of the circle. Centering pass in the slot for Stacy. Can't get her stick on it. Kim Deschênes on the near side. Clears the zone as the puck bounces into Markham territory. Icing will be the call here. Face-off will come back down into the Montreal zone. 14:36 left to play in the third period. 5-0 the score for Montreal.
Just got a shout out from Gary on Twitter as well. Thank you for watching, Gary. Thank you for the compliment. I'm not going to repeat it because I'm humble. But
what did he say? It's a great season of hockey.
Yeah, great season of hockey. He said some stuff about us as well, but I'm not going to repeat that on the air.
You can just head to Twitter and check it out there. Make sure you're following the CWHL on Twitter, by the way, while you're there.
And thanks to our crew as well, putting in the overtime after yesterday's game as well to come back for a game 3. We appreciate that as well.
Oh yeah, we couldn't do what we do without all the folks here and make us look and sound good. So our thanks go out to everyone behind the camera, behind the board, pushing all the right buttons, making things happen. Lorianne Rougeau in her own end behind Emrance Mashmeyer with it now. Up ice for Tracy Ann Levine, who has a goal this afternoon. Her first of the playoffs. Levine plays it for Jelena on the far side. No Jelena. Dumping it into the corner. Battle for the puck between Levine and Larocque. Puck squirts loose where it is picked up by Taylor Woods. Rougeau resets at center ice. Jelena dumps it into the Montreal zone. Collision between Richards and Jelena in front of the Markham bench. Montreal carrying the puck back out of their own end. Sarah Lafleur into the Markham zone. And Sophie Bate with a shot on Howe makes the pad save. Matucci in the near corner. McParlin trying to clear the zone, isn't able to do so. Matucci touches up behind her goal. Fires the puck out. Montreal forced to get back onside. Willard for Lafleur. And over to Bate. And Sophie Bate fires on Erica Howe, who also makes the save. And it looks like Anne-Sophie Bate really wants to get a goal here in this series. She's been held scoreless.
Yeah, it's fair to see.
Saunier for Melody Dow, who fires, and Erica Howe makes a phenomenal pad save.
That's the pride right there. She's been great all series. This is not a 5-0 game because of Erica Howe.
Ribbons trying to center a pass in front. Streaking in now is Wolashuk. Throws the puck towards the net. Can't get it through traffic. And a stoppage of play. Fans on their feet here as Mashmeyer manages to cover up. We got some fresh bodies on the ice for both teams. 12:20 left to play in the third period. And as I'm sure you can imagine, that clock looks like it's running through molasses for Les Canadiennes. And it's just moving a little too quick for the Markham Thunder as they're hoping not to see their season come to an end this afternoon.
We do have a score update from Calgary. It's a second intermission there. Brianne Jenner scoring for the Inferno with less than 3 minutes left. So it's now 2-1 Calgary after 2 in that game.
And Megan Bozek keeping the puck in the Montreal zone. Kim Deschênes, though, manages to clear now. Lorianne Rougeau goes to retrieve the puck from Emrance Mashmeyer, who came out to play it behind her own net. Rougeau's pass for Kim Deschaine just out of her reach. Jocelyn Larocque in her own end. Passes it up ice to Jenna McParland. McParland, huge for the Thunder in this series. A hat trick yesterday in Game 2. Markham's 4-3 win. Rougeau up for Atkinson. Atkinson to Levine. Tracy Ann Levine just a few steps behind Mo Jelena. Offside the call here at the Bell Sports Complex in Brossard. And if you'd like to purchase your tickets for the Clarkson Cup, you can do so by heading over to the CWHL website at www.thecwhl.com. The game will be played in the Marlies barn as it was last year. I think they're calling it Coca-Cola Coliseum now.
They are. These darn sponsorships changing our arena names. Get off my lawn.
Melde Rocher with a rocket from the point. Gloved by Erica Howe. Allard tries to hold it in at the blue line, manages to do so. Markham will come away with it the other way, though. Jenna McParland with speed. Trying to outskate Melde Rocher. Falling, throws it in on Mashmeyer. Larocque falling inside of Mash's crease. Puck comes back the other way. Anne-Sophie Bette in the Markham zone. Throws the puck behind the net. Corella Mard trying to get the puck away from Taylor Woods. Loses her stick, picks it back up. Becca King diving behind her own goal. Coming back the other way, Nicole Brown rather, can't get the shot off. Fans wanted a call there. Mashmeyer turning away Brown's shot.
You know, this crowd is a little bit smaller than we're used to in Brossard because of the weather outside, but it's louder than I've ever heard it. It's crazy. These fans are really into it. And it's still a great crowd, but it's not as, it's more spread out. It's just intense. That's the best way I could say it.
And Markham coming back the other way. Victoria Bach skates behind the net, throws the puck on goal just outside of the reach of Emrance Mashmeyer. Pokes her stick out just to be on the safe side. Taylor Willard with it now. Hands it off to Jill Saunier. Saunier loses it at the line. Willard touches up. Bro hands it off to Saunier. Saunier dumping it into Markham zone. 9:22 left to play here in the third period. Montreal getting some fresh bodies out on the ice. Mashmeyer out to play the puck behind her own net. Stretch pass for Genevieve Bannon with it now in the Markham zone. Bannon tangled up with Wolofchuk. Loses it. Megan Bozek will throw it up behind the net. Jenna McParland at center ice. Loses it at the blue line. Katya Clement-Hadra clears the zone. Markham forced to retreat, get back on side. They'll take that opportunity to go for the change. Catherine Daou for Lauriane Rougeau, who's been phenomenal in this game. Levine now trying to set up Mo Jelena in front. She's played expertly by Wolofchuk. Emma Martin. Oh, nasty hit on Tracy Ann Levine by Kristen Richards as Markham's emotions are getting the best of them. And Richards will probably be heading to the penalty box for that one.
You know, I was going to say that you would expect Markham to be maybe a little bit more frustrated, physical in this third period, the way the score is going. That was really the first sign that we saw of it. And obviously, Kristen Richards not really happy with how things are going. But the response from Montreal, just kind of skating away, was good as well. You don't want things to escalate in this kind of game. You know the way the score is, this game is probably going to go Montreal's way at this point. So you don't want to be too physical at this point. You don't want to lose any players for something stupid.
Joe for Melody Daou throws the puck in front, bounces up into the netting. So there's 8 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third period. 1:48 left in the penalty to Kristen Richards, who shakes her head. I don't think so much at the penalty, but just at the way this game has been shaking out.
Yeah, probably a little bit upset with herself too. I mean, this team, probably had a talk in second intermission just to kind of regroup, say, listen, we don't want to do anything stupid. We don't want to go out and do anything we can't take back in this one.
Hard shot from the slot from Jill Saunier. Feed from Melody Daou. Erica Howe makes the save as the power play opportunity for Montreal continues. At the line, passes it to Melody Daou, back to Rougeau, hands it off to Hilary Knight. Rougeau at the high slot, top of the circle for Melody Daou, backhand shot attempt, blocked by Matucci. Rougeau with a rocket from the point, gets through traffic and now makes the save. Melody Daou, cross pass for Hilary Knight, pad save from Erica Howe as Rougeau colliding at the circle with Laura Stacey, who is staying in the play despite looking very hurt. She's putting no pressure whatsoever on that leg, and she will slide off to the bench now. And ultimately, Laura Stacey has to try and keep her body in shape because she's got Worlds coming up in April in Finland.
At this point, Canada's Worlds team is looking like an injured list. Flora Fortino, Magazine Flame, Erin Ambrose, Laura Stacey banged up a little bit. It's not a great situation to be if you're Team Canada, honestly.
And we saw Jamie Lee Rattray getting knocked around, crashing hard into the boards in the first period as well. Deschênes to Sarah LaFleur, back for Catherine Daou at the point. Clement Hedra at the hash marks, rips it in on Howe, who makes the blocker save. 44 seconds left in the penalty to Richards as Markham manages to clear the zone. Clement Hedra tangled up in front of the penalty box with Jamie Lee Rattray. Deschênes for Corella Amard. Amard in the far corner. For Sarah LaFleur, passes it down low behind the net. In the near corner, Clement Hedra plays it along the boards for Amard. Amard getting into a shoving match with Bozek. Clement Hedra can't quite get a shot off when the puck touches her stick. As Markham manages to clear the zone, 8 seconds left. Kristen Richards standing in the penalty box as she gets ready to jump back out onto the ice. 6:18 left to play here in the third period. Mo Jelena at the circle. Allard hangs onto the puck. Jelena for Atkinson behind the Markham goal. Levine in the far corner. Puck squirts loose. Held in by Willard at the line. As Gribbins dumps the puck. Mashmeyer will touch up. Willard with it now. Gets the puck out of her own end and ices it into the Thunder zone. Face-off coming back down to the other side. 5:39 left to play in the third period. Montreal up 5-0 on the Markham Thunder. It's game 3, folks. This one is for a ticket to the Clarkson Cup final 2 weeks from now. Buy your tickets at thecwhl.com.
It's always going to be a fun game, and that, much like this game, is going to be a winner-take-all game, and it's good for all 4 teams involved in the semifinal because they have a game 3. It's going to be the exact same thing. Even if you want to win the Clarkson Cup, you can't lose any more this season.
No pressure. Gribbins dumping it back in her own end where Woloschuk will pick it up in the far corner. She'll skate it behind her own net. Woloschuk watched closely by Jill Saunier, forces her to pass it to Bozek. Bozek's pass for Gribbins intercepted by Hilary Knight. Knight and Bozek, of course, usually teammates on Team USA. Melde Roche passes it to Hilary Knight at center ice. Victoria Bach retreating into her own end. Matucci clears. Kim Deschênes at center ice. Matucci with it now in the neutral zone, dumping it into Montreal's zone. Melody Daou in the far corner. Hands it off to DeRoche. Desrochers pauses and resets. Back for Daou. She bumps into Lorianne Rougeau in front of Mashmeyer. Desrochers hands it up ice for Kim Deschênes. Deschênes has Geneviève Bannon with her. And the puck bounces off of her stick. Laura Stacey back out on the ice, looking just fine now after falling a little awkwardly a little bit earlier during that PK. Matucci at the line. Shot in front. And Rattray goes up into the netting. 3:54 left to play here in the third period.
You know, at this point, you can tell that both teams just kind of playing it out, and that's taking nothing away from the Markham Thunder in this one. They've had a great season. They're defending champions. You know, really the last two defending champions are in this game between Montreal and Markham. So there's a lot of pride on this line. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game continues in the last 3 minutes, 54 seconds. But at this point, I think Markham is not really, doesn't have that fight that you want, that you think that they would have. I mean, 5-0. It's not like it's a 2-goal or a 3-goal game at this point.
No. Jenna McParlin now pushing, loses the puck, hands it over to Corella Amard. Amard to Anne-Sophie Bataille. Bataille on the far side for Amard in front. Puck just wide. Amard back behind the net, turns it over to Jocelyn Larocque. Larocque. Bill Webster in front of the Canadienne bench. Touched up by Corella Amard, dumping it deep into Markham territory, forcing Howe out of her crease to play the net, to play the puck. Mojelina with it now, fires it off the post. Trying to go short side instead of the wide open far side of the goal.
Mojelina showed so much confidence. She's gotten some big goals for this Montreal team. The first game of the season, she scored the first goal for the Canadiens all year when Montreal was losing 1-0 to Calgary. She's had some big goals for a first-year player that many didn't even expect to get a regular spot in this lineup. But she's been really carving a spot. And a game like this, she gets to play more, and that's what you see there. She just has some confidence with the puck.
With it behind the Canadienne net now is Markham forward Becca King. Ribbons keeping the puck in, hands it off to Brown. Brown and Allard fighting for the puck. Allard coming away with it. Jammed up along the boards. Held in at the line by Megan Bozek. Fires it high over the shoulder of Emrance Mashmeyer. Wolashuk turns it over to Tracy Ann Levine. Levine skating into the Markham zone. Tapped away by Bozek. Jill Saunier jumping over Laura Stacey's stick. Rougeau now behind the Markham goal. Melody Daou throws the puck into the corner, but Howe holds her post to keep it out. Now, Jared, I think my unsung hero of this series has to be Lorianne Rougeau. She scored the Canadiens' third goal today, power play goal, and she has been phenomenal in this 3-game series.
You know, I kind of alluded to it yesterday, but it's criminal that she's not on Team Canada, that she's not in the program this year. She has been absolutely incredible. She's really one of the only veteran defenders Montreal has left at this point. They have Mel DeRoche, who has experience, Sophie Drill has experience, but they're not leaned on as much as Lorianne Rougeau has been. Kat Daou's been great, but a lot of that is because of Lorianne Rougeau. She's on the #1 penalty kill, she's on the #1 D pairing, she's on the #1 power play since Erin Ambrose went out, and she's been great all year, but especially this series, you can't tell me why she doesn't belong on Team Canada.
Well, they should listen to us. We usually know a thing or two about who should be on Team Canada.
Maybe in 3 years, Rougeau will be back on Team Canada.
Laura Stacey dumping the puck into the Montreal zone. Catherine Daou in the far corner. Cross-ice pass for Melody Daou. Rougeau hands it up ice as we are in the final minute of the third period. Fans on their feet cheering for Les Canadiennes de Montréal, who are 48 seconds away from a spot in the Clarkson Cup Finals. Emma Martin behind her own goal. Kristen Richards coming in, throwing the puck in on Mashmeyer, sprawling save with 35 seconds to hang on to the shutout.
Yeah, Edmonds Mashmeyer has lots of pride, and I don't even know if he can hear us at this point. I can hear myself. Maybe we'll let the crowd just get it. 35 seconds left.
35 seconds left, 5-0 lead. Sophie Bro behind her own net, sends it up ice for Jelena. Jelena to Tracy Ann Levine. Levine in on the Markham zone, tripped up in front of the goal. No call. Here, Emma Martin chips the puck up into the far corner where Woods touches up as the crowd starts chanting the signature Montreal sports song. Ole, ole. Jenna McFarland behind her own net fires the puck out of the zone one last time as time runs out. Les Canadiennes de Montréal beating the Markham Thunder 5-0. They are headed to the Clarkson Cup, folks. Wrap up the handshake line here at center ice, and Les Canadiennes take to center ice to put their sticks up and salute their fans, thanking them for an incredible season on home ice. This is their last game at home. Les Canadiennes are headed now to Toronto, the Clarkson Cup final, 2 weeks from today, March 24th at the Coca-Cola Coliseum in Toronto. That's a new puck drop, and you'll be able to watch that game on Sportsnet, or you can buy tickets online at www.thecwhl.com. A quick scoring recap of the 5-0 victory. Melody Daou opened the scoring in the first period, tipping in a slapper from Lauriane Rougeau. Second period, Jill Saunier finally getting her first goal of the playoffs after working hard in the first two games, assisted by Hilary Knight and Melody Daou. 3-0 on a power play goal from Lauriane Rougeau. Jill Saunier and Hilary Knight picking up the assists. 4-0 from Hilary Knight, Taylor Willard, and Jill Saunier getting assists there. And Tracy Ann Levine getting her first goal of the playoffs, making the 5-0 score. Both assists from Allard and Anne-Sophie Bate. And we'll stand by now for the 3-star announcements at ice level. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who joined us on CWHL Live this season. It's a pleasure to bring you these games. Our heartfelt thanks as well to our crew who puts it all together, the cameras, the button pushing, making everything look great. They're the real MVPs here, and we thank them very much for all of their hard work, especially putting in a little overtime today as this series went 3 games. Your 3-star selections are coming up, and Jared Book is standing by at ice level. I believe he will be joined by defender Lauriane Rougeau as well after the 3 stars are announced, who is without a doubt our MVP of this series. She has been absolutely phenomenal this afternoon. Lauriane Rougeau had a goal and an assist, and she has really been a mainstay for Les Canadiennes on the back end, as Jared mentioned. Since Erin Ambrose went down in Game 1 in this series, she has had to step up on the top defensive pairing with Catherine Daou. She's been on the number 1 PK unit, the number 1 power play unit with Erin Ambrose out as well, and they have had to rely heavily on the veteran defender, and she has welcomed the challenge and flourished, as you can surely see on the ice. The Olympian has been spectacular this series. 5-0 is the final for Les Canadiennes, winning a 3-game best-of-3 series at home here in Montreal in front of the elated crowd. And we will head down now to ice level for the 3-star selection. Named the game's first star, a goal and 2 assists this afternoon. Not often that somebody will have a shutout in a deciding game in the playoffs and not be named one of the game's 3 stars. Emrance Mashmeyer, of course, spectacular in this series as well, particularly in this afternoon's game, keeping it a 5-0 hockey game. No doubt Markham had their chances, and they definitely were in it, but Mashmeyer managed to keep those goals at bay. Now, we will be heading down to ice level in just a moment, where Jared Book is standing by with the game's 3rd star in Lauriane Rougeau, and we'll hand things over to Jared Book now at ice level.
I'm here with Lauriane Rougeau. Lauriane, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but how does it feel to go to Clarkson Cup again?
It feels great, losing to them last year really hurt, but we battled hard all weekend, and we knew that the Markham Thunder are a dark horse, and for us it was a team effort this weekend, and we're very excited to go back to the Clarkson Cup.
That second period, getting those 4 goals right after one another, you got the 3rd goal. How important was it to come out strong in that second period and really decide the game in that?
Yeah, we knew that Markham is a team that fuel on momentum, so we knew that we had to put the puck deep early, and that's what we did. We put a lot of pressure on our goaltender, on our defense, and it paid off today.
And obviously, going into this 2 weeks now, you have the Clarkson Cup. How is it going to feel to go back? And you don't know who you're playing yet, but how is it going to feel to go back into that game?
It's going to be exciting. We have some new kids on the team, so recruits, they haven't been there, and we have a lot of veterans that won the Cup, so it's going to be a good 2 weeks to prepare for whoever we're going to play, and we're very excited.
Congratulations to you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Les Canadiennes winning 5-0 over the Markham Thunder in Game 3 of the CWHL semifinal. We're off to the Clarkson Cup in Montreal, when that's the next game in 2 weeks at Coca-Cola Coliseum. Get your tickets, CWHL.com. For Robin Flynn, I'm Jared Book. We'll see you next year on CWHL Live.
Thank you so much, Jared, and thank you for joining us all season long. You're the reason why we do this, and we hope to see you in Toronto 2 weeks from today. The CWHL.com. Get your tickets for the Clarkson Cup. I'm Robin Flynn. Have a good night.